I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Is it for your when's your sister getting married?
Friday. Big stuff. It's exciting.
Fuck.
I'm getting married. I mean, Sarah's getting married. I'm getting married to my sister.
Congrats.
This is the incest episode.
Welcome back to the Incest Podcast.
Early morning incest podcast.
Even though we're filming this at 8 p.m. This
Yep.
is the latest I think we've done one.
Yeah, I think it's the latest. Anyway.
Let's get more excited because I feel like that was the most low energy moment. We're depressed. We still haven't figured out our audio issue. Also, it's late, but yeah.
It'll be only on the up and up from here. We're doing a lot of blow throughout this podcast, so you'll hear some energy.
Hear lots of aggressive just it's us just sniffing the mics like fucking weirdos because we're not going to actually do cocaine. Mom, please don't get mad at me.
Yeah, this was a joke. It's pretty much impossible to say something's a joke without it sounding like it's
That's true.
not a
I
joke.
guess that means we need video soon. But
yeah, true. So we can prove that we're
So,
not
yeah.
doing coke.
Yeah, that's the only reason. No other reason.
Yeah.
We are only going video to prove to people that we don't do cocaine when we when we record the episodes.
Be like, Mom, I'm not. Anyway,
I want to start off. Even though we normally save this to the end, I want to start off the music that's dropping Friday because I'm very excited.
oh, I saw Bryson, but that was it.
You didn't see the fucking Savage Mode 2 is dropping on Friday?
yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm very excited. They hyped it up so well with the
Morgan Freeman trailer.
that was so funny.
I didn't even watch it.
It was just like they're like in a mansion, like cooking up beats. It's very like Halloween-y themed, and then you just hear Morgan Freeman go savage, and then like gives the definition mode meaning, and then like he does that, and then it goes up, and then it just the beat kicks in, and it's just like Savage Mode 2 dropping Friday.
That's sick. That's kind of fire.
And then all the memes today with Morgan Freeman with the scrap saying Morgan Freeman after hanging out with Metro and 21.
Oh, it's funny.
That and then Bryson. I'm very excited for that. Even though I think he said a new album was coming soon, but then he dropped the fucking deluxe version of Trap Soul. So then I was like, I guess it's gonna be a little bit longer.
Right.
Back to back.
Yeah, I don't really know what all that. I didn't even listen to the deluxe version of Trap Soul, which is kind of satanic, or not satanic, kind of sacrilegious of me. Because I love Trap Soul so much.
First off, you're not missing much. The last track is just like him being like over a beat, just like thank you, and it's like hardly a minute long, and it's not really a song.
Okay.
The second one is just the weekend remix of Rambo. I've definitely played that for you before, so I know you've heard it.
Yeah.
But Just Another Interlude hits fucking different. I think that might have been a SoundCloud Lucy before. I'm not sure. For those Bryson Tiller hardcore fans out there,
I don't know how many of those there are, but like, you know,
if you know, let me know. Put in the comments
at
below.
Bryant Whaley. Sorry to dox you.
Yeah, we didn't really dox him.
Yeah,
no one's
really.
gonna go to Ruston to go
His
get him.
address is 813 Sour Point Road.
Is that actually his?
No.
Okay. I was like, we've been to his house. I don't remember if that's his address or
813
not.
Sour Point. Yeah.
But he tweeted something today that was like so sick. It was his Instagram that had like 3,300 followers, and he was just like, I knew Don't was gonna blow up, or I knew Don't was gonna be big, so he screenshotted it to remember, and it was like that. And then he screenshotted when he uploaded it to SoundCloud and it had like 400 plays.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Because I'm gonna look it up now. I bet it has a fuck ton.
Yeah, I'm guessing 13.2 million.
I was gonna say more than that. I was gonna say like 50.
Okay.
Don't.
48.7.
Let's see.
It's either of those.
108 million.
Oh my god, it was so far off. It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was the song that blew him up, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's true. And it's an amazing song.
It's so good.
I one time, never mind. That's not an enjoyable story.
Well, I thought it was the reason you were probably confused by the way I wanted to talk about Bryson Tiller on the show topics for today.
A little confused.
So, for those who don't know, because no one has access to our show topics, I wish Bryson Tiller was a horrible person for completely selfish reasons. Basically, what I mean by that is Bryson Tiller is a genuinely good person and a good dad. and that's why
Oh yeah,
he took a big break from music.
which is
Because
unfortunate.
I mean, he probably was
For
still
me.
recording a ton, but he was focusing on being a dad first. And I was just like, damn.
So wholesome, but like you're pissing
But
me
like,
off.
yeah, I'm like, dude, I need another album. It's been
Yeah.
since 2017.
And that album was like, nah, you know.
I liked it. It's
It was
grown on
okay.
me a lot more.
I guess
But
I haven't
it's
listened
no
to it,
it's
like,
no Trap Soul.
since-
You're definitely right.
Yeah,
it's no
Trap Soul is just incredible.
I can, if you want, I'll pick out a few of my favorites from that from True to Self. And
I remember a couple. I saved a few of them, but I haven't listened to like the whole thing in a while.
the fucking I forget the name of it off the top of my head. I don't know why I can't think of it, but I'll show it to you. And it's a very like don't and very like Trap Soul vibe.
Mhm.
Oh, Set It Off. Duh. That one
Okay.
fucking goes so hard. But anyway, that was it. I really just saw that, and we are gonna have to watch the Right My Wrongs music video because I watched that for the first time, just bumping the new album.
Uh-huh.
It's full of I think he either released the music video for Right My Wrongs like last week,
Uh-huh.
just for the re-release of it, and it was like all Polaroids and just cool pictures from like 2014,
that's
2015 when he was like blowing up, and it was so sick because it was like The Weeknd still had the crazy hair,
Yeah.
and I was just like, damn, times were good then. But also,
Now it's
it's
the Cam Newton hair.
yeah, he did lose the Cam Newton hair.
Yeah.
I guess it's the Cam Newton hair now, not
Yeah.
the Weeknd
Yeah,
hair.
exactly. The Cam Newton got the Weeknd hair, and now it's the Cam Newton hair. Dude, I was listening to. I mean, this is totally random. I was listening to Nav by Nav. You know, or yeah, the project Nav by Nav.
Oh, I thought you meant like the song Nav by Nav
No,
on the project
on
Nav.
Project Nav. No, not Nav by Nav on Nav. Just
First off, we need to start saying that more.
Nav.
That's so hard.
Can I?
Nav by Nav on Nav.
Hey, can you play? Who's got aux? Who's got aux? I want to hear Nav by Nav.
on Nav.
On Nav from Nav. Yeah.
Produced by Nav.
Produced by Nav. Written by Drake.
Nav on Nav by Nav. Produced by Nav. Featuring Nav. And just
Nav
keep
featuring
going.
Nav.
Seeing how long we can go. We're gonna hit every single slot whenever streaming services ask you to fill in
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's just Nav.
It's always Nav. Date created Nav.
Wait, what is the thing that's in like your that's in like audio files that has to relate to something that's short and the abbreviation is Nav?
Wait, what?
No, I'm thinking of your Jeep whenever it's short for navigation, and we're always like,
Oh.
Nav.
Um,
That's what should happen if you're in a Jeep or in a car that has the nav button for navigate, and you just press that, and it's just playing Nav by Nav on Nav.
Brown
That was
boy.
enough Nav. Continue.
Oh yeah, nothing. All I had to say was I just forgot that I used to say the N word, and now I'm like, I'm sure he regrets that a little bit now, because you know, I don't know. Just think that's funny.
I mean, he stopped. And,
Yeah, he did. So like, good on him, I guess. I wasn't expecting it, and I forgot about it, and it happened.
I
was
always
like, whoa.
forget. It's like I know he said it at one point, but I just forgot that he did, and I never hear it.
Yeah, I think he found out that he wasn't allowed to after, and so now Brown Boy is like, it's like his term.
That's probably
know?
true. That's when that came about. Because
Yeah. Brown Boy.
yeah, I know Lil Dicky always talks about in one of his songs. I think it was like Truman. Whenever he was talking about that's like the outro of Professional Rapper,
Yeah.
and it's like 17 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I think like 2 minutes of that is just him being like, I just want to be able to use the N-word in raps because it's easier to rhyme.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, but Hispanic people can do it. Why can't I? Why can't I?
Yeah. He had a whole. Yeah, I remember that.
Nav was probably thinking the same thing, but Nav just went ahead and said it.
Yeah. Right. Nav had a less discussion about it, less internal dialogue. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, I also saw a thing on Shrek Knows Rap, actually. The Twitter account.
Shouts out Shrek Knows Rap. That account is actually amazing.
I saw it on TWITTER.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry. Anyway, he was like, I don't know. He said some shit about Nav. I don't know. There was some shit about Nav, basically.
Was it beef or like praise? Because he normally
No,
doesn't
shitting
shit
on
people.
Nav.
Oh,
No, maybe he wasn't shitting on Nav. Someone was Oh, no, it was Fantano. Fantano posted something. It was like,
Nav's bad.
basically, he was like, it was actually really funny. It was like,
Oh, I bet.
it's like Nas was trembling, Kanye had a single tear rolling down his eye, Eminem was trying to keep the vomit off his or off his sweater or whatever, and they were like, and then it says, Nav says, "Are you ready for your rap lesson?" And they all say in unison, "Yes, Nav." and so,
oh, I thought it was gonna be like, and then he opens his mouth, yeah, and it's like the Nav intro.
It was really
thing.
funny.
That is hilarious.
It was
I
actually
want
a
to
good
go find
tweet.
that tweet.
And then like the replies are just obviously people hating Nav, and someone's like, I don't believe there's actually any Nav fans. He's like, I think that it's just like Nav produces music and is just famous for being bad. And I was like, dude, I'm a Nav fan. I'm like, I don't know why people don't, they can't accept that I like bad music, It's that simple. It's like 6ix9ine, Nav, Lil Pump,
Yeah, but you don't listen. You listen to 6ix9ine and Nav way more than Lil Pump.
I don't listen to any Lil Pump.
Yeah,
Lil
I was
Pump's
about to say.
horrible.
You listened to him when he was popping, and then that was it.
Lil Pump was a little too repetitive. I don't mind repetitive topics, but he just like, I don't know, never brought anything new to the table. Whereas
You're right.
I can always expect.
He brought a Shget It, but that didn't last very long.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just like watered down 6ix9ine. That's how I felt about
Less
him.
creative. Yeah, you're right. More drugged out.
Yeah, less screaming.
I do think it is funny that with the Shrek Nose rap, just bringing it back to that. He tweeted a picture of Janae, or he like responded to a
Oh
picture
my god,
tweeted
yeah,
of
Janae. Oh my god, that was so funny.
it was like some Shrek face about like how fine she is,
Yeah.
and Big Sean responded to it and was
so
just like,
funny.
I know, man.
He's like, yeah, she is. Dude, the replies to that was so funny. That was hilarious, and he's all like freaking out. He's like, sorry, Sean Don.
I didn't want to do it from the function account, but I might have to go at it because Logic today tweeted where my fans merch at, and I was like, yeah, 'cause I still am waiting on that, and apparently I'm not the only one, and I'm glad that he addressed that because it is almost October, and July 25th is whenever I bought this merch.
Oh my
and
god.
it has still not been shipped to me.
Wait, I thought you had a longer one.
Whenever I bought a shirt from J Balvin's last album, I bought it like April 1st, and it didn't get to me until June.
Oh my god.
And I was thinking it was because somebody was going to hand deliver it to me from Colombia, and that's why it was taking so long.
He was still walking.
But unfortunately, no. They were just
It was just UPS. Oh man, that's tough. I've heard. All right, who did you hear about that about? Someone has merch that's like taking fucking forever right now.
Big Sean's. I still haven't gotten that, but that's
Okay.
obvious. I'm not as worried about that
Yeah,
because
that's
I still
recent.
have this Logic merch I'm waiting on that I bought.
Yeah.
Even though I would like the Big Sean shirt because it's sick, but
Yeah.
got this other sick merch, but that'll be for a later episode to talk about. Hopefully soon.
We already talked about it. We talked about it last episode.
Yeah, but
You remember that?
I was talking about this.
Yeah.
Which by the time this episode airs, the sample will actually be in. So I will go
yes.
ahead and place that order.
Dude, cannot wait.
On today for if you're listening to it, unless
Yeah.
you're not listening to it on the day it drops, and then it won't be today.
Yeah.
Because
a few days ago.
It'll be because
Or maybe a long time ago.
Time.
Maybe like 15 years ago. If you're listening to this in 2035.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the 2020 podcast, where we record this in each episode is recorded in a different year about a different year. I don't know where I was going with this in my head.
I don't know either.
But I'm here now. Anyway, do you want to answer the internet? I'm very excited.
Yeah,
for
let's
this
go
one.
ahead.
First off, there's one that I'm definitely gonna ask again later because I was going through because I hate to like skip them because I think they're good, but it was just like
Have you read all of them?
no.
Okay. Then I want to get some and then ask you because it's always fun for me, but you don't ever get to do that.
Well, then here, how about this? How about after we finish deck 1? I haven't looked at deck 2 at all.
That's
so
a
I'll
good
let
idea.
whenever we finish deck 1,
Yeah.
I'll let you ask deck 2.
Okay.
So the next one that we haven't used that I'm again gonna use later. I want to use it on a guest.
Okay.
Because it was just like I'm just gonna say it now. It was like, would you rather lose all women or all sports? And it's like we don't give a shit about sports. I would
Yeah.
definitely rather lose sports.
Yeah.
So there was that one.
That one's kind of, yeah.
That's why I didn't want to do it with just us, because I knew the answer.
Yeah, it's sports.
This one is very exciting, though. So would you rather give A, the first 99% of a blowjob, or B, the last 1% of a blowjob?
I've heard this, but I've never had to answer it. I've never, given it some thought. I don't know. So the first 99%. Okay. First of all, as
set
always.
The premise. Are you?
Yeah, some premise.
You? Where is the depositing happening?
Yeah, that is important.
Are you catching it somewhere else? Are you catching it in your mouth? And do you have to swallow if you catch it in your mouth?
Here's the other thing. The 99%. Do I get to get up and walk away? Like, am I done? Are we assuming that?
Yeah, because
okay,
I
cool.
feel like
All right, just
I feel like
sure.
It's the whole point is that it's
yeah.
just like
Okay, that makes sense.
It's not like it's gonna be like they do the 99% and then you have to be there and still.
Yeah. Okay.
You still have to suck for the last 1%.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think.
By the way, 63% of Barstool readers chose A.
Chose A. Wow. I think I'm gonna go with, like, in terms of our framework here. You don't have to swallow. It's just, you get the job done and it's over with. Your contract has expired. But I think I'm going with A as well, just because there's so much less. It might be longer. I'm not sure exactly how long it's gonna be, but I imagine if I'm sucking some dick, I'm putting in some work. I'm doing a good job, I think. As I would with anything in life. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I feel like it wouldn't be super long, and I don't have to take a load to my mouth.
If you don't have to take it to your mouth, I would actually say B.
Okay, that's fair.
Because if I could just like get it on my chest.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, take a shower.
Yeah, that's what I'd be like. For those visual.
Yeah,
for
everyone who just saw that on the camera, he was wiping off. Basically, he's wiping his body off.
Yeah, no, I think that would definitely be.
That one's kind of hard. I really rather not give a blowjob. I think in that context.
Because that's what I'm saying is that could take a while, but I don't know. I thought it was a very interesting one.
What if it's like Johnny Sins and it takes you like 45 minutes? Like, for me, then I'm just like, I'm gonna do the last 1%. Because what's 1% of 45 minutes? Like 30 seconds? I'm not really sure. Pretty sure it is, but whatever.
Maybe.
I'll take that. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll accept, like 45 seconds of.
Or even better, just go grab like a character like Steve Carell in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and then just do the first 99% because they'll take like 20 seconds, and then you're done.
There you go. You're done. In and out.
Burger.
Huh?
They have a burger place called that.
Hey, yeah,
called,
dude,
would you rather
true.
give
in
the first
out.
99% or never mind.
I haven't heard of that one. No,
that was a bad joke. Yeah, so that was that. That one wasn't as exciting, but it was definitely something I felt the need to ask as opposed to sports versus women.
Yeah, a little less thought provoking. Oh my God, what's going on with big tech in the Wall Street Journal?
That was more so of a reminder for me to know what to talk about and still make it vague without putting the blatant thing. But it was very interesting. So Spotify actually partnered with Epic, and they started I guess it's like a lobbying group right now, a coalition against Google and Apple to try and get them to lower their 30% cut.
Yeah, that's really high.
In-app purchases.
That's crazy high.
So,
that does feel like way too high.
Yeah, 30% is a fuck ton, especially for the amount of. It'd be different if it was like you don't have a lot of volume, but
right.
It's like, no, the amount of volume that those two do is ridiculous.
Yeah, insane. Why don't they do?
That'd be like, imagine. Okay, now that I'm thinking about, that'd be like, all right, you have an e-commerce site and Square or Stripe takes 30%.
That's insane.
As opposed to like the 3% that they each take.
Yeah, like 3%. It's like you're getting most. 30%. That's insane. You're getting 70% of what you earned? Come on. That's ridiculous. Like,
and that's off the top. That doesn't even cover your other expenses.
Yeah, right. That is literally, boom, 30% gone. You made $30 and they didn't. You made 21 or whatever. That's horrible.
Yeah,
I don't know. I know we talked about this like 3 times, but like
I know, but
that is a lot. Like that's an insane amount. If I had an app that was doing, if you have an app that's doing 90 grand in revenue, you know, it's not. It's doing like 60.
I'm very sad that you didn't say 100 grand to make it even easier.
I don't know why I said 90.
You were very.
I have no idea why I said 90. I just was thinking like, I don't know. 100 grand just seems like a fake number. I don't know. I don't know.
100 grand. For those out there who are listening, 100 grand has now been deemed a fake number.
It's not real.
And it's not
just
real
go ahead
anymore.
and skip it.
So
99,999.
I make 100,000 a year. We don't believe you.
Yeah,
that's
not
made
true.
up. You actually make
Not
no
true.
money. That's what happens.
Yeah. Or you make $1 less, or $1 more.
Or any other amount of money in the world. But this is fucking stupid. So let's get back to
the. Yeah, that's absurd. I feel like it makes sense. I don't know. If their marketplace wasn't the marketplace, you know, like if there was more of a free market for apps and stuff, you know, like then okay. But
like the World Wide Web, just like
right, it's like everything else. There's a lot of things on the internet that's like,
well, because it'd be different if it wasn't as big. It's not like how, like think about the amount of just. Like the App Store came to be, and then it's like the amount of like billion-dollar apps just out there.
Right.
So
yeah, it's like things like I don't know, eBay. eBay takes a cut. Well, what is it, like 5%?
I don't remember because they changed it up, and it's pissing me off because I don't like their fee structure anymore.
I think it's maybe like 10%.
Because they used to take it out whenever they still owned PayPal. They used to just take it out of that, and it was great. It was so easy.
Yeah.
Now because they spun off PayPal, because PayPal is like 2 to 3 times the size of eBay, which is smart to do, but because they did that now, eBay has to charge you in some other fucking way, and like it's annoying that they charge you at the end of the month. That's why it's annoying. It's like I sold our old audio interface for this, and then literally a month and a half later, it's like, oh, by the way, you owe us $15. I was like, why didn't you just take that out after I sold it?
Okay,
before you gave me my money.
eBay takes at most 12%. So, if you're like on eBay selling some product or whatever, I guess Etsy or Amazon would have been far better for this. But no one would use eBay if it was like 30%. But there's no free market here, you know?
Yeah, but I guess it's also different because the reason Amazon charges lower is because they're like, yeah, we'll charge you that, we'll charge you this fee. Oh, also we'll charge you money so you can have your product placed higher in the search. Then if you want it fulfilled, we'll charge you monthly for that. We will then charge you per unit for that.
Damn.
That's how I found out how Amazon makes their money.
Yeah.
It wasn't that they made their money off the low margins and they did volume. It's
Yeah.
the fact that they had so many fees whenever you go fulfill through them that it's just like, it's disgusting. I lost so much money just trying to sell our ties on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's just having them sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Just so many fees.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I was wondering why people didn't just go on Alibaba, buy a shit ton of some kind of product, and just go on Amazon and then resell it for a little bit more. I guess because if you have super low margins, you're not making any money.
Yeah.
Unless you already have a shitload of money.
Well, I mean, the other thing is we weren't marketing. So
yeah,
was that,
I mean, yeah, it was totally different. It's like, it's also like ties are a branded thing and not like a necessity product.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I don't know. Okay, I guess we can stop talking about the 30% that Apple and Google take.
It's just an interesting thing to watch, especially because, I mean, I've always been intrigued by Spotify's business model.
Yeah.
Even though they're public, I probably should actually look at their financials, but just the fact that they just collect some, like, thinking this, $5 a month with the student thing that they split with Hulu.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, but then it's like they pay, like, half a penny a stream to every artist. I'm like, but do you know the amount of music that's out there? So to me, I don't understand that model. I mean, I guess they just bet that they pay out less per month than they do. They might be paying out a fuck ton over their life, but
yeah,
I guess they just make more upfront, and that's what covers everything.
Is it really half a penny per stream?
It's $0.005 per stream on Spotify.
Half
I'm pretty
a penny
sure.
per stream. So like, what if you're just listening to music all month?
That's what I'm saying. Is do you know? I checked. I'm almost at it's almost October, and I'm almost at 1,000 hours of music for the year.
Over the year, okay.
Yeah, in the week.
I was gonna be like,
there's not 1,000 hours of music or of just time in the week, but
okay, I am very stupid because I was like, yeah, for the month, that's possible. But
what would
there's
that
only
be
like
though?
400
So
hours.
1,000 divided by that was easy math. So I listen to 100 hours a month.
Ish, yeah.
And then that would be. Nah, I'm not even gonna break that down further. That's boring. But yeah, you wanna talk about this weekend?
Wait, hold on, because I want to break down.
Never mind. We're going to break it down.
0.05. Oh, it's too many. I've fucked up royally. 600 times 0.005. Boom. $3. Okay, so if you listen to as much as you do, they're still making $2 a month.
That's true. Okay.
On a $5 deal.
But here's the thing that's gross is this is why it works better for artists is because when you have Drake, I just did the math. Drake makes about $300,000 a month just from Spotify.
Wow.
That doesn't even include the album sales he makes. That doesn't even include from other platforms. So you can essentially double that because you're assuming that Apple Music does that. I don't even know how much you make on Tidal because Tidal pays more than that. Tidal pays the most. So it'll be interesting to see that, and I like that stream for artists more, and that makes it make more sense to be independent.
Yeah. Wait, $300,000 a month?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I think him and The Weeknd have about 65-ish million monthly active listeners.
That is insane.
So I was just assuming that a 1 month. Well, it's probably more than that. Think about that, because 64 million monthly active listeners. Just assuming they all listen to one song a month.
Yeah.
So that's $300,000, but instantly 2 songs a month.
Right.
Or if you're just Drake and you've been on the Hot 100 for fucking ever.
That's insane. He's got how many hours of playtime does he get a month?
I don't know. I haven't checked playtime.
Drake monthly playtime.
Hey, we're still not a music podcast, by the way.
Yeah. Is this boring? Is this extremely boring?
I don't know.
Uncharted. Drake's fortune. Number of players. PlayStation. Oh, what the fuck?
What?
This is like showing up a guy named Drake in Uncharted.
No. Do you know? Have you ever played Uncharted?
No.
The main character's name is Nathan Drake.
Okay. Well, it's showing the number of players, and I'm so confused. Well,
and then what's his brother? Nate, and what's his other brother? What's his name? Fuck.
Monthly hours.
I can't remember. What's Nathan Drake's brother's name from Uncharted? And please drop that in the comments below.
Brandon
Drake?
No. I have no idea.
No, I was like, Brandon definitely does not sound like it.
Dude, Drake monthly hours just comes up with
fuck it. This
nothing.
is too boring. We're moving on.
Let's
talk about this weekend.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we can talk about this weekend. That was fun. That's it. All right, let's move on.
All right. Did we do anything exciting on Friday?
I have no idea.
Did.
We did.
Gabby's.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Hey Gabby, that was fun. You're probably not listening to this.
Hey Gabby, shout out.
But that was fun. But it was really Saturday that was fun. Friday, for those who don't know, I shaved Connor's head into a mullet, and it might be the sickest mullet I've ever seen.
It was very
nice. Biased.
So much better than ours last time.
Well, it's because Stace never cut the top.
She cut my top.
She didn't cut. No, just kidding. That's not a sexual reference at all. Also, that's your mother. But
thanks, dude.
Yeah, no, Connor's top wasn't cut.
His was
circumcision joke.
She did cut my top.
That's what the joke was. Cut off the old foreskin.
Yep. Got my top chopped. Chopped the top off the dick.
Anyway. It took so long. I think it took almost as long as it took for when you shaved my head like Bad Bunny.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was trying to be so precise, and I was.
Oh, because you're cutting the top as well. Whenever Stace did it, she cut the tops, but I don't think she cut it as short, or maybe it was too short.
Also, it's different because with Bad Bunny, it was for the most part, it was just shaving it all down and then just shaving a pattern
was hard,
in.
But it was not that big of a deal. Because that was an easy cut. It's just chop it all off.
Yeah, it was. This was the fact that it was like you have to have the side shorter, you got to cut the back. But you can't just like straight up cut the back to where it's got to still flow, but then you can't go too far back on the ears.
Right. I'm planning on, my plan here is I'm gonna get it cut tomorrow and then not get it cut until football season next year.
Hey, the mullets, we already determined that the mullets are obviously not the good luck
but
charm
it's because me and Connor have to do it. It's an and, not a one or the other.
Okay, that could be it.
Yeah, so basically, we have a few superstitions these days about football, and one of them was that Connor was like, "Well, we won the national championship last year, and me and him."
To be fair, it's because I transferred to LSU. That's definitely why.
Well, it could be that. But we also cut our hair into mullets the first week.
It wasn't the first week.
It wasn't the first week at all, actually.
It was like week 3.
Yeah, it was a few weeks in. But, so.
Which was last week, so the timing was perfect.
Yeah.
Because even though it was week 1, it would have lined up to be the exact week 3.
So Connor was like, okay, well, I got to do it again to make sure we win the national championship. But my hair was just not of the correct length, so I didn't do it. And
even though seeing that you have it in a ponytail now, I think I could have pulled it off.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been right. It just wouldn't have been a good one. And
Maybe.
so I'm like, I'm gonna forego it this time. Also, there's also Pitbull. So apparently that one didn't really affect anything that much. But there is one that has affected it.
I don't even remember that. I just remember him being like, "Hey, put on Don't Stop the Party" by Pitbull, and then I just remember him getting mad and he's like, "Fuck, we can't play Pitbull."
Yeah. So basically, when we're watching football on Saturday morning or something, or maybe it was Friday.
This was
Thursday. So on last Thursday, Connor had a couple of bets and he was excited about something. So he's like, "Alexa, play Don't Stop the Party by Pitbull." I'm sorry for anyone who has an Alexa around and is listening to this on their speakers.
Didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Good meme.
So he said that, and then Pitbull plays, Don't Stop the Party by Pitbull. And then he starts shitting the bed on every single one of his bets. And we're like, okay, well, Pitbull is a bad luck charm. And so that has become, he's a bit of a, I don't know, Hitler type around here.
Interesting.
Bad person.
I didn't realize that's where we were going with that.
Yeah. And the chain is the good luck charm. So a lot of superstition going around. Also, I have a ghost that lives in my room.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Talk about that before I continue.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, never mind. I bet this weekend for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How'd that go?
Friday before I cut Connor's mullet, he was talking about I was feeling good on Friday, so I was like, fuck it.
Uh-huh.
Open season college football.
Yeah. Little cash burn hole in your pocket?
Well, I didn't have to pay any money.
Nice.
We profited $9 off of our bets. But yeah, Connor bet like $50 for a bunch of college football games over the weekend. I was like, fuck it, throw me in too. So did that.
Huge.
The state of Kentucky let me down very much.
Okay.
I had Kentucky beating Auburn. That didn't happen. And then I had Louisville beating fucking, I think it was, Louisville beating, who the fuck did they play? It doesn't matter. Then it hit it. But SEC pulled through with their overs. Bet the over on the Ole Miss Florida game. The over was 56. They got fucking 90. They blew that shit out of the water.
Connor almost didn't bet it too. He was pissed in the very beginning of the game because he's like, I can't believe Elliot made me bet this, and then by the end of it, he's like, okay, well, glad.
Because almost every bet that he took with me, except for Kentucky, that he didn't already have, he won.
Yeah, we just need to start betting exactly what they don't have, and we'd make crazy money.
And the one thing I did do is I didn't realize how fucking dog shit Florida State was, and I remember Miami was overhyped, so I was like, oh, I'll bet Florida State, and then I just remember watching and reading so much shit. They were like, Florida State is so bad, their coach their coach is coaching from the hospital because he has COVID.
Oh my god!
So then I was like, yeah, this bet isn't gonna work.
Oh my god!
And it didn't. That was fun. And then fucking ECU, for my 1 year I lived in North Carolina, everyone shit on ECU as being trashy. And they still are because they scored in the last 20 seconds and fucked up the spread. And I lost that bet, so that was fucking fun. But hey, we still had an overall positive experience.
Overall
I didn't
W.
have to pay Connor because we won enough bets.
Nice.
But anyway, yeah, that was fun. We started drinking at 8 in the morning, watching college football.
Yep.
And then we went over to Hunter's where we had a
bonanza.
Yeah, we had a water slide. That was really the super cool thing is water slide, drinking beer all day.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I feel like everything as a child that was cool is just cool again. Like in high school, it's like no one would be like, "Oh yeah, we're getting a water slide." Everyone's like, "No, why would you get a water slide?" Like that's not cool. But now I'm like, "A water slide? That's awesome."
Guess that's because we're tired of doing this. Now we're just like, what's something extra we can do while we drink?
Yeah, right.
But holy shit, the fucking slip and slide flong.
Yeah.
Was one or is it flong or flip cup?
Flip cup was flip cup.
Slip and slide flip cup was intense, but water slide flip cup
my God,
was
dude.
a whole other level.
That was very physical. Me and Juan.
I saw people fucking tackling each other on the fucking on the ladder or the climb up.
Yeah.
And then I remember Connor said he waited for Hunter at the top and then just grabbed him and jumped down with him.
Oh my God. No, me and Juan were about to start running and we both stopped because we both planned on just pushing each other into the water whenever we got to the thing. So we both looked at each other and were like, fuck. And so we just started running. Oh man. It was very fun though. That was the most athletic thing I've done in a while. And I realized I didn't do more cardio because I was like,
oh yeah, it's stuff shit like that'll fuck you.
We were gonna do flip cup like you normally play, like where you go all the way down, and then until you have like one person or whatever, like one team's completely out.
It's so much more fun what y'all did.
Well, we only did 3 rounds because we couldn't.
Because everyone was gassed.
I was so gassed. I don't know if everybody else was. Everyone else wanted to play. All the young people, all the people that were like
a year younger.
Yeah, right, literally. And I was just like, guys, I don't know if I can again. But we won. Just kidding. We actually lost. But I'm going to say that we won on the internet.
And lie about it.
Yeah. So that
like
people think I'm cool.
So I had something else I wanted to say.
I fucking blacked out playing Mario Kart.
That was that was one of those nights that I forgot. That's how it went. Is I got home and I was just like, oh my God, it's so fucking late. I've been drinking since 8. It was 10:30 when I was in bed.
Exactly. I literally was in bed at like 11:30.
I was like, it is so early. Oh
yeah.
My. That's my new thing now is I'm like, this is great. Fuck staying out late to drink. I'd rather just drink all day and then crash at a regular/early time.
Dude, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it's like 3 a.m. Like I've been drinking all day and all night.
That's how I felt.
And then I woke up and then I saw like a text I sent and I was like, I went to bed at 11, like 11 o'clock last night. And then I woke up at 8. I'm like, I had 9 hours of sleep. I feel amazing.
Well, I will say one thing that was fucking funny to end off on the on talking about Saturday was one of our friends' birthdays was on Saturday.
Who? Oh, yeah.
And it was really funny that she told because it was and fuck them, they don't give a shit. It was our friend Maine's birthday, and we were having it at her best friend Riley's house, and Maine thought it was funny, probably because she was hammered, that she was just like, hey, just take shit from Riley's house as party favors. So people just started stealing stuff from her.
Like everything.
And I just thought that was hilarious hearing the stories about that because I had left at that point.
Chase rolled up an entire carpet.
Yeah, I saw Chase
and
rolled up her carpet and just walked out with it. And she just sees him through the window of her apartment. And it's just like, wait. And she's like, motherfucker. That was the funniest. Is the fact that he took the fucking rug. It's like the heist everything.
Yeah.
From Rick and Morty.
Heist. They put she put on her story the next day. She's like, hey, if you took something from my house, can you please bring it back? And I'm like, ew.
Hey, if you took my dog, can I have it back?
Yeah. She texted Connor, was like, hey, can I have that snow globe back? And he's like, I didn't even know I took that.
It was on our kitchen table.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, she got my glasses in return, but she gave them back, so.
I see that. They're also on the kitchen table.
Yeah,
there was a trade that was made there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which, that's an acceptable trade. Those are fire. They look so good on Connor.
I know.
The
they fit the mullet. Well, I guess that means you can have them back now.
Yeah, I'm allowed to wear them again.
One thing we should move on to, though, Because I think everyone would love to hear my downfall, but fantasy football.
Oh yeah,
This was a horrible week for me.
good week for me. I'm winning
You went
streak
off.
too. The second winning streak.
I am 1-2 in both leagues, so we're not starting off strong.
That's okay. It'll be fine.
For some reason, this is
Early.
less. This is feels worse than whenever I went 8-0 and then 8-6.
Yeah. I don't know how it feels worse than that because
Neither
that's
do I.
horrible.
I guess because I have money on the line now.
Maybe, but that's fucking.
I
brutal, dude.
maybe have money on the line. That's the thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So my team shit the bed. Lamar Jackson shit the bed specifically. Would have given me a win. I really would have liked that, but he did not do well at all.
Yeah, he did horrible actually.
Didn't even get 100 points. Then on top of that, right before all the games on Sunday started, Atlanta was just like, yeah, Julio Jones isn't playing. So I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that's tough.
So that was fun. And then I played I forget which running backs, but two running backs that just perform average, and then they both scored 40 points this week. So that didn't help me at all.
Wait, your running backs?
No, I played against them.
Oh, okay. I was like,
so I was like, oh, I've got this, and then they just went off, and then, so it's been a sad week. Might have to switch up the team names just to make it interesting. Maybe that'll give me the good vibes to keep going.
Yeah.
I might have to mix it up because I think the porn references might be bad luck.
Maybe it is.
So we'll figure that out. Also, just because I just saw it, I love how we're recording this during like literally one of the hottest events of the year.
Oh yeah, it
right
is
now.
currently the first presidential debate, and we care a lot. That's why we're watching it as we are talking.
Well, actually, part of me wanted to watch it just because I thought it'd be so entertaining just to watch, to play a drinking game. I've seen so many
Dude, yeah, that was very
fucking
funny.
drinking games to the debate that I would have loved to just get hammered to do it. But unfortunately, we're helping the listeners out and we're giving them content. That's probably less funny than the presidential debate.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't feel like watching it just because I'm like, I don't care. They're always the same. But
well, this one is especially because this is the first time since like fucking 2006 2004. This is crazy. This is the first time since 2004 that it's been again two white men going at it.
Yeah.
Two old white men.
Right.
So anyway, that's all we'll talk about because we don't like to get political in here unless it's funny. But normally it's not.
It's probably funny right now, but like we're just not watching it, so we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I bet it'll still be going on. Probably not. But
when?
How'd your do you want to finish talking about your fantasy team or?
Oh yeah, I mean I kind of popped off. I mean, you know, it's whatever. Just
You get 160 points.
Fucking popped off. Whatever, dude.
Oh
whatever,
my god,
bro.
that's insane.
I popped off, bro. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, my team captain. You know,
for those who don't know, Colin cannot pick a team without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
it truly is his team captain.
I always pick Aaron Rodgers. Last year, I had a far better quarterback. I don't remember who I had, but I traded him for Aaron Rodgers because fucking Bryant picked him up. I'm like, why would you pick him up? He's horrible. Just kidding. He's not horrible, but he's so
Colin
medium.
Keeps trying to hustle. Colin's either gonna hustle people out of Aaron Rodgers or
just accept the L, you know, or until Aaron Rodgers is bad, and then I'm just gonna be like, great, I can just have him.
Or trade him to somebody better, or you're gonna wait till like he's dropped and like he's somehow still in the free agency even though he retires, and you're just gonna pick him up for moral support.
Yeah, exactly. I had who did I have? No, actually, I had Eddie Lacy on my team for 2 years for moral support because I had him one time, and I was like, he did okay. He really didn't do very good, but I had him. And then the next year, I needed a last person, so I'm like, I'll just pick up Eddie Lacy. And so
you're just waiting for the day for that to be Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah.
For him to just be your last pick so you know no one else will take him.
Basically.
And you can just be like, oh, this is good.
It's usually Aaron Rodgers and Zeke, but someone else picked up Zeke this year, so whatever. Nothing I can do. I got Kamara, and he dropped 45 points like a fucking hoss. Oh my God. Keenan Allen dropped 30. He's insane. Oh, my God.
Your two running backs
They popped off.
Colin, your two running backs did 20 points less than the rest of my team in the Circus League. That's how bad I did on fucking this weekend. Yeah. Week 3 was a fucking, or 4, whatever week it is, was a big fat L.
Took another huge W in the fact that Devontae Freeman is now playing for the Jets because Saquon Barkley, the Giants.
Giants, I was about to say, different
because Saquon Barkley both New York, died or something like that. I'm not really sure. Concussion.
He died.
Coma.
Yeah,
Death.
Saquon Barkley died.
So anyway, now Devontae Freeman, who I think is better than Deion Lewis, is going to be getting a lot more points. So huge W. I told Connor, it's a gamble that I'm willing to take, and I took it, and I'm fucking profiting. Maybe he's gonna suck dick. I don't know. And then on my other league, I beat Frankie from a fucking crazy comeback. I was projected to lose by a shit ton, and then Patrick Mahomes dropped a 40 burger, and I was like, oh yeah.
Is that what we're gonna call it now? A 40 burger?
Yeah.
Whenever you
It's like almost 50 burger, but just 40. And he had Lamar Jackson too. 14 points. It's embarrassing.
King Lamar Jackson.
I hope everyone that's listening has a fantasy team because or keeps up with sports.
Yeah, because we are the experts. And for those who don't know, Colin and I know more sports than every single person that you know.
Yeah. We should niche in
bad sports content.
Exactly. Bad fantasy takes and
a sports podcast where they don't know what they're talking about.
And also
which I guess
means
means just everything else that we do.
Right. Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that Connor showed me a meme before we started recording where it was Patrick Mahomes and his girlfriend announcing that, or his fiance, announcing that they're having a child, and they photoshopped Lamar Jackson's face on the ultrasound. It's really funny.
I don't even understand.
I don't either.
It's funny though. But hey, you want to hear my dreams from the last couple of weeks?
Yes, because it was so weird last night. Shout out Sydney Moe, because right before my alarm went off, I texted her this morning. I hadn't talked to her in maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
And I just remember I walked into it was like a bar.
In your dream?
It was like the Overpass Merchant style restaurant.
Is this a dream?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just walk in there and I just go order a drink. I turn around, I'm like, Sydney Moe, and then just wake up. My alarm goes off.
What is just normal?
And I was like, hey Sydney, I saw you ordering a drink in my dream. Hope this isn't weird.
What a normal dream.
Yeah, imagine getting a text from me after you haven't made any contact with me in 6 months, and I'm just like, you were in my dream. I was dreaming about you.
That's like such a normal dream though. Like,
yeah,
I've never heard of a
dream
dream that's just so normal.
I just thought it was random because it was like, I haven't talked to you in so long.
Yeah, it's so weird when there's people that are like, I was about to say irrelevant, but not that Sydney Moe's irrelevant to us, but like, there's people who are like super irrelevant that I just think of in my dreams, and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't talked to you in literally years, and now like you're right here, and then I wake up and I'm like, why were they significant enough to be in my dream?
I don't know. I want to give a big shout out to like Michael LeBas. That's what I think of when I think of stuff like that. Because somebody will say something so similar, and I haven't talked to Michael probably in like 3 years, and he's always on my mind when something similar to I lost the game comes on,
for sure.
Then I'll say that. So get fucked, everyone who's listening.
Yeah,
I lost
shout
the
out Michael
game.
LeBas. I lost the game.
So it doesn't matter. He probably isn't fazed by that, but to me, it's just like, I will remember that man as long as I remember that I lost the game.
Are you just saying that you associate the game with Michael LeBas?
Yeah, because he was the first person I remember who did that, at least at our school.
I agree with that. I feel like I do too, actually.
I
don't
thought
know, maybe
he
it's
was like
just
the
because you're
first
saying that
person
to me.
who brought it.
But I feel like he just said it a lot. I feel like
No, actually, I think it was because he beat the dead horse.
Yeah, he really did.
I just remember it was like, we started in like 5th grade or whatever, and I just remember being senior year of high school and just being in choir, and he's like, I lost the game. We're like, come on, Michael.
That is so funny. Dude, I'm just gonna start saying that. Just like,
I said it once, and I remember Jake just turned around and was like, I fucking hate you.
I feel like it'd
much.
be even funnier nowadays,
Yeah,
it's like,
because people
you're
probably
a full ass grown man.
It's not only that, but people are just like, I haven't thought of that in literal years.
Yes, so I was actually a child. It's just a baby, an infant.
I wasn't even a teenager the last time I heard that, and you're bringing this.
Yeah, well,
anyway, I
want
to hear about your dream.
Oh yeah, I had some very weird ones.
What time are we at?
Like 30, 40?
50 minutes.
Oh, 50. So they were kind of weird. They got kind of strange. I don't remember exactly how they started, And I don't know if this is all in one night or if this is over a couple of nights.
First off, I love the way you described your dreams in the topic.
Yeah.
It literally just Colin just wrote insane dreams this week. NBA, comma penis, comma dying.
Well, that's kind of what they were about. I mean,
Okay, go into
okay,
it. Though.
okay.
I'm
So
very ready.
my favorite one was the NBA one because it was just so ludicrous. Basically, I was like, it was very vivid though. So I was like just living my life. I think I was like talking to somebody, like doing schoolwork, and I get a call, and they're like, "Hey man, look, I know this is crazy, but we need someone to fill in for this fictional NBA team, the Duggars." But I mean, in the dream, it was totally real.
The Duggars.
The Duggars.
Is it?
Huh? No. No. It had the
I'm
same
thinking
uniform.
of Diglett. Never mind.
No. It's not Diglett. That's Mr. Resetti.
No, I know, but I was
okay.
thinking when I heard Duggars, I was
Okay.
like, that looks like Diglett, but not. I know it's not Diglett.
I think my brain was trying to say Clippers, and it went with Duggars. Anyway.
Or were you saying Denver Nuggets, and you kind of like?
Oh, it could have been Nuggets. Yeah, it could have been
because,
trying to say Nuggets.
They were just
that's a little bit
they
closer.
were in the semis.
Yeah, that's a little bit closer. So anyway, but it was the Duggars. And so in the dream, I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure, of course." And they're like, "You're just gonna be basically a bench warmer, but we need someone to be there to fill in." And I was like, "Okay, so I'll just sit on the bench. It'll be whatever. I get to watch an NBA game. That's fine." So I get there. I'm on the bench. I go out with everybody. And like I'm like acting like I'm part of the team. I'm like, yeah. I go to sit on the bench, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Hey, look, we need you out there. Like, you need to play." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Y'all literally called me, told me I don't have to play at all, whatever." So I get out there.
Did you catch LeBron's nuts on your face because he just jumped over you?
No, actually, we were playing the Rockets in the first half. Yeah, that's the weird part. So anyway, so we're playing the Rockets, and I'm like me in the dream. I am just a normal dude playing basketball against a bunch of NBA players.
6 foot when the average height of the NBA is probably
Correct.
closer to 7
I am
foot.
as good at basketball in my dream as I am in real life, which is not very good. And so I'm getting absolutely shit on by everyone. And the craziest part of this was that the Rockets' star player was Stephen A. Smith. And I'm like, "Stephen A., you're really good at this game." And he's like,
insert whatever
I
favorite meme from Stephen A. Smith burner account that you choose.
Anyway, so we play, and halftime comes around, and I get sit down. I'm like, "Holy fuck, I'm not prepared to play against these guys." And then so we start the second half, and now it's the Lakers. Now we're playing against the Lakers in the second half. I don't know why.
Because you beat the Rockets so bad. That,
no. Actually, as a matter of fact, at the end of the game ends, shaking everybody's hand. Everyone's like 8 feet tall. And I'm like, "What's the score?" And someone's like, 120-0. And I was like, "Oh, shit."
the first NBA shutout in history.
and so I'm like, "That's pretty bad." And then I go to shake the last person's hand, and it's Raymond. It's just Raymond. And it's just like regular Raymond. I'm like, "Wait, you play for the Lakers?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm pretty good at basketball." You didn't know? And I'm like, "I did not know that, actually." Like, you got to be really good.
This is hilarious.
And apparently he was like their best player at the time. And I'm like, "So you just hang out with the Lakers all the time?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, and then he's like, "I own the team." And I was like, "Oh."
He owns the
I'm like, "Okay."
This is amazing. Raymond's a friend of ours. For those who don't know. That's fucking hilarious.
Who was not a basketball player at all.
No.
He's like
He played lacrosse. That was
he's like an
he
IPA
played lacrosse
dude.
and swimming, but yeah, he's
He's a real IPA guy.
IPA, not NBA.
Yeah, no,
Well, he is an
not
NBA guy. He is an NBA guy.
So, anyway, that was the most vivid one. Like, everything was like in very crystal clear detail. I don't know why it was. The other one I think I had the same night was similarly crystal, and and basically it started off with me waking up, and I think I had just been in war or something, and This one's kind of weird, actually. Now that I started talking about it.
It's okay. It's not like this is going on the internet or anything.
Yeah, well. So anyway, so I just woken up from like war or like some kind of battle.
Just war.
Yeah.
Colin clearly fucks with the war.
Yeah.
Continue.
So it was like me and a bunch of guys that were like in my battalion or something. I don't know war terms. My squad. And so we all wake up and
duos.
Your
duos.
Yeah. And I go to like the medic tent or whatever, and they're like, and I'm like, hey, am I good? And they're like, yeah, we patched you up. Also, we we put a spring in your dick. I was like, huh? What? They had cut open a hole in my dick and put like a car spring, you know, like a
shock?
Basically.
Oh my
God.
God.
A gigantic thing. And I'm like, why'd you do this? And they're like, it makes it stronger. And I was like, okay. And so I think they meant to, like, from what I remember from the dream was, they were trying to explain to me that we want to do this with all of your body, and, like, put springs everywhere so you're much stronger. But I was just like, why'd you do it to my dick?
That was it?
That was pretty much it.
Alrighty.
It was very, I don't know, it affected me a lot.
Yeah, it definitely did.
And then, anyway.
And then dying.
Yeah, the dying one. Basically, I had 4 dreams in a row in, like, episodic formation. Whereas, like, it was basically, like, short stories. And at the end of every single one, I got murdered in some brutal way. And the first one, I was in, like, I think it was, like, a classic horror movie. I was, like in a house. And then I turn around and I get, like, stabbed in the fucking face or something. And then, like, it was so vivid. Everything turns black. White text appears and it says episode 2 or like something along those lines where it's like the next one basically, and I'm like,
that's what it says.
I'm like,
it
oh
fuck, the next one.
I'm like, I don't want to go to another one. And then I had like 4 dreams like that. It was crazy. That one wasn't as interesting, but it was.
I think that was
kind
better
of annoying.
than the NBA one.
Kind of pissed me off, huh?
I was like, I think that's better than the NBA one. No, that one was fucking hilarious. Did I ever talk about the Harry Styles interview series I want to do with this channel? It's really just a compilation. So I've come to the conclusion that women have standards except for Harry Styles. That's come
true.
to the conclusion that Harry Styles is such an attractive man with such a beautiful voice that he can kind of just women will just let him do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is, I think it'd be a funny video to do, is to us go and like interview style and just like go up to girls and be like, what is the craziest thing you'd let Harry Styles do to you? And just fucking go at it, because I think that would be fucking hilarious, especially from hearing I watched Dunkirk last week, which he's in.
What?
And yeah, he's in it.
I don't know that.
And he would come on screen and then our friend would just be like, I would let him have 80 children and ruin my vagina. And I'm just like, oh my God, shut up.
Who? Kidding. Please don't say who.
I'll tell you later.
It'd be embarrassing.
But it was, no, and she would be perfectly fine with the world knowing that.
Oh,
she
okay.
would probably tell Harry Styles that herself.
Wow.
Like, that's what I mean. So I think it would be fucking hilarious if we just went up and started asking girls what's the craziest thing they'd let Harry Styles do to them.
Yeah, I think Harry Styles is like, it's shocking because his fame is so like roller coastery.
Yeah.
Or it was for a while. But it's like everyone is just like, yeah, Harry Styles is the man now. And I'm like, what happened?
I don't even know how to compare him or who to compare him to.
I'm just like, when did that happen? You know, it's like young girls whenever there was like One Direction. And now it's like everybody. It's not like he got any more famous, you know? He's pretty much
Yeah, I'd say he would. Or at least he broadened. I wouldn't say he got more famous, but he definitely broadened his audience.
Yeah, maybe he just got older. And now
I like his music now more than I did at One Direction. I fucking loved Fine Line. Fine Line was a fantastic album.
Yeah. I actually liked One Direction, a lot of One Direction songs.
I liked a couple of them, but I just...
Yeah, I wouldn't say a lot.
I don't listen to a lot of I just don't listen to boy bands that much.
Yeah. Them and 5 Seconds of Summer, I actually didn't mind until One Direction got like so incredibly like poppy and boring.
Like, I feel like he's getting now like what JT did after he left NSYNC.
Yeah, he's doing some like interesting stuff. Like, he's not he's not sticking to like the formula, you know.
I don't know. I would argue. I think he's making good music, but after I paid attention to it a little bit more, and after talking about it with Cora, which I hope we get to talk about again,
Yeah,
is the fact that he does a good job of just having a faceless girl.
that
so
is
that
true.
Every
you know
girl
what?
can
You're
feel
actually so
like
true.
that.
You're actually so true. You're actually so right. Is what I mean to say.
So there's that, but
yeah, greenish, bluish, brown-eyed girl.
yes, that was fucking hilarious, that Bo Burnham thing. But one thing I want to get into before I figure the best way to end it would be to roast the shit out of those horrible singing shows we talked about.
Oh
last
yeah,
night.
dude. Yeah, that is the best way to end it.
So I want to know, what is the weirdest thing that you've just been like, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing to research this because this is interesting to me, even though it's random as fuck.
I feel like it happens a lot.
For me, it was yesterday. I spent 30 minutes researching Roman Abramovich.
Who is that?
He is a Russian billionaire. He owns Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
That's like his like real big claim, like international claim to
Yeah.
fame is the fact. I mean, he's also worth like almost $20 billion, so he's
Okay.
rich as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like researching him because I was like, I wonder what he's doing, because here's why he's cool is like, first off, he had there's only two yachts that are bigger than his, but at one point he had the largest yacht in the world. It's
Okay.
like 560 feet.
Jesus.
Just fucking huge. It's called the Eclipse. It has its own Wikipedia page. That's how I know you've made it, is if your yacht is so big it has a Wikipedia page.
So, yeah, definitely true.
But it has fucking, apparently it takes 70 crew members to operate.
Holy fuck.
It's got multiple helicopter pads. It's got sonar or like missile detection on it, and I think it's got either harpoon guns or like fucking anti-aircraft guns on there, which is the most Russian badass shit I've ever thought of.
I need
not
that.
only do you have a yacht, a super yacht,
I'm gonna need
but
one of those.
it's actually just a battleship.
Yeah, it's just a battle cruiser, just like
That's luxury. It's if Rolls-Royce made fucking battleships.
yeah.
And I just saw that on the fact that one of his ex-wives, who was just like, I don't feel like dealing this, in the divorce settlement, take $90 million worth of New York real estate, and just have it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the most recent random thing was. I don't know. It happens pretty often where I'll just like go off on a tangent to learn about something dumb.
Oh wait, also just to add to the Russianness of him, he talked about how he doesn't discriminate, and that even though there are sanctions, he still does business with Iran, Cuba, Venezuela, and like every other country that's like blacklisted by the U.S. Maybe not
So wholesome.
Maybe not China and North Korea. He didn't say that, but he said Venezuela, Iran, and all those, and Russia. He'll
How
still
wholesome.
do business. But you don't know.
I don't know. I do have one thing on my mind though, which is actually never mind. We'll save that for next time. But yeah, I want to talk about the singing shows.
Yeah, I can't really. I haven't like watched really any.
Me neither.
But I know they're so bad, and I don't know why. Like first, I was like, why are they keep cranking out game shows? I didn't think many people watched them to begin with. But
I think there is a large majority of Americans that watch game shows that you're just not aware of. You know? Like, it is such a common thing for people to be like, oh, yeah, like, we sit down and we watch Family Feud every day.
No, it's not that. I know that people like game shows. But they already had a lot of game shows, arguably.
True.
And then I'd say over the past 2 years, somebody was just like, fuck it, I want to start a game show. Ellen has a game show now. Snoop Dogg has a game show now. Fucking LeBron has a game show now. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know game shows were this popular.
Okay. All right. I'm with you then.
That's what I mean.
I didn't know they were that popular either.
No. Which also, I would like you to talk about, if you can, talk about fucking, was it Max who went on Family Feud?
Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew.
He's not allowed to talk about it, so we don't really know anything.
Has it aired yet?
No, it airs in
that's
like
why.
October.
Okay, so we'll talk about it then.
Yeah, whenever we watch it, we're gonna have a watch party.
Oh, I was gonna say we should also do a let's watch. No, probably because it's not gonna be as authentic. Anyway, regardless.
We'll
anyway, singing shows they already had
so many.
But then they were just like, hey, you know how like American Idol was the biggest one and then it stopped working?
Yeah.
We're just gonna not only revive that, but just add more singing shows.
Yeah. Oh my god, and just make them all worse. They're so bad. They're all so bad now.
It was good when there was one. It was really good when there was one.
And
then there became 80, and then SoundCloud became a thing. So
X
there was no
Factor
reason.
was pretty good too. You know, like
Well, you just had significant talent that came. Here's
right.
the thing.
X Factor was just really good
singers.
singers.
Those were good whenever people could make legit singing careers out of it.
Right.
But
now
it's just like, cool, you want to it's like winning fucking Wheel of Fortune.
Right.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's like Kelly Clarkson and like
Carrie Underwood.
That's who I meant.
Well, I mean, they're
Did
both.
Kelly Clarkson win?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She won the first season. Of
okay,
American
yeah,
Idol,
right.
I'm pretty sure.
Carrie Underwood. Who else?
Chris Daughtry didn't win, but
yeah,
he was big.
He did
He
okay.
did well.
He did like okay.
Well, I mean, he still had a successful music career.
Yeah, short-lived.
I mean, it was just so long ago.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, there's so many people who just didn't do anything. Like, I mean, okay,
Jordan Sparks, I bet, could have lasted longer.
Yeah,
but then she just dropped No Air and then dipped.
Yeah, literally didn't do anything after that.
Which that song was a banger.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Philip Phillips, who like did a couple of things.
Yeah.
I think David Archuleta.
Yeah.
He actually is a choir singer now, or not choir singer, like a kind of choir singer. I don't know. He does like choir type shit. I don't know. I don't even know what you call that.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, that's what he does now. But yeah, it's not like any of them are that crazy famous from that. And then
what was the one that you were talking about that's new? That
fucking the Masked Singer clone. Masked Singer is the worst idea I've ever heard.
It is, but didn't they make it worse? And
it's worse.
Isn't Ben
Joel McHale's on it.
Yeah, but isn't Chang from Community? What's his name?
Is he?
I thought he was in that one too, and I was like, he literally is Which, first off, that's hilarious. How they were like,
two people
hey,
from Community.
Well, it's not only that's hilarious, which I'd love to see that anyway. But no, it was like the fact that they were like, all right, you know who we're gonna have as our host? The guy who's famous for being hot. And then you know who we're gonna replace him to step up? Fucking Chang from, what is his name?
I can't remember. Yeah, so basically I Can See Your Voice. It's like Masked Singer, where it'll be like an actual famous person and they have to guess who it is or something like
Ken
that.
Jeong. I don't know why it took
Ken
me
Jeong,
forever.
okay,
Yeah. And they were just like, hey, we're just going to get this short Asian man who used to be a doctor to replace him.
He used to be a doctor?
Yeah, he was a doctor and he was like, I want to be an actor.
I did not know that. So anyway, Masked Singer was already a horrible show. With a dumb premise.
Yeah,
and
it was a dumb premise, and didn't they actually like vote off actual singers?
No, like you had to just guess who the actual singer. It's an actual singer with a mask on.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, and then you just have to guess who it is. It's fucking stupid. And then now they have even worse idea where it's a person. They're like, they look at them and they're like, I bet you can sing. And then they sing and they'll be like, oh, you really can, or like, oh no, you can't.
Okay, then do they have a little twist to that?
I have no idea.
Because David was telling me about this, and they were just like, can you sing, based off what they saw? And they were like, no. And then it revealed it was like Lil Wayne. They're like, he's actually a really famous recording artist. So
I think that's Masked Singer. I don't really know. I don't care.
Because
I hate
them
all.
They were just like, hey, you can't sing. And it was just like, I have sold tens of millions of records. Like,
well,
like those. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Very stupid.
It's the dumbest show ever. Oh my god. We should figure out a way to make fun of that. I feel like that would be good. I want to start doing reaction videos.
We should just make one.
Or we just record and we're just like, can you sing? Yeah, probably.
We should make our own bad music game show.
Oh, like that? Show. Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
I think that would make a killing.
Yeah.
Make like 10, 15, maybe 20.
What is Giant Rat and Riddle?
Oh, I had a good riddle. Someone told me a good riddle on Saturday, and I spent a good 30 minutes trying to figure it out. And do
you want to say that for next time then?
That was it. I mean, I was thinking about telling it, but I'm like, I don't want to spend 30 minutes of this.
Well, that's why
just talking about a riddle because it's not going to be entertaining. It would be horrible for the people at home who are like, yeah, it's a tree. It's a tree trunk.
Colin, it's a fucking tree. Answer.
Yeah, no, that was just whatever.
Okay.
The Giant Rat, there was also equally boring. Basically, actually, okay, it's kind of funny.
Did Jake stab it?
No. What? Oh.
What do you mean what? Jake is known for being the rat killer.
So we had this discussion on the podcast about what what would win, rats or
Oh,
hawks. And so basically, in the shocking climax of this conversation, we saw this news article the other day where it's like giant rat found in Mexico, in Mexican sewer or whatever. It was like 6 feet tall.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And literally, it's a New York Post article, and it literally said giant rat found in Mexico sewer. We're like, holy shit! So we all went and look at it, and we're like, oh my God, that's insane. We're like, dude, if it's 220,000 of these rats or whatever, like obviously they'd win. and then I was like, I think this is fake. And so then I went do a little more research, found that it was fake. It was very depressing. Anyway, that's why it was so boring.
Welcome back to That's Boring Podcast.
Welcome back to that was kind of boring. No, that's about it.
I figure we're pretty good. Oh yeah,
we're well on our way.
Well, we're well done here, but
we're well done.
We will keep you posted on the fucking sample. We'll probably love if you shared this shit with everyone. We're working on getting guests on soon again, and then we're working on actually making some other side videos. So we're hoping that we'll get those out to you soon.
That'd be pretty poggers.
But if not, share this with everyone you know. Like, subscribe, comment, do fucking everything. Get that algorithm going and help us get this fucking to the moon.
People
like stonks.
People pog.
And we will see you fucking next week.
Pog champ. Bye. See ya. Peace.
Yeah, it's the